Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Now we're going to talk about momentum stocks with Mike Vodika, our momentum stock strategist at Zacks.com. Haven't talked with you in a while either.
No, we haven't. We're back.
Yeah, one of the stocks you've written about recently is Ancestry.com. I was just there the other day looking up my lineage.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting company. And what they? Oh, you weren't. Okay. It is an interesting company, though. They provide ancestry services for people to track their lineage. Right. Fairly niche market, kind of a unique service. But they're actually bigger than you'd think. A market cap of $1.5 billion, and they've been around since 1983. I
was going to say they've been around a while. Yeah.
They have, but they only went public in November of 2009, so they've been public for just a little bit over a year right now. But basically, their subscriber base is growing really nicely. We saw that show up in third quarter results from late October. Revenue was up 39% year over year. And then we also saw a nice earnings surprise. They did 24 cents per share, and that was 26% ahead of the Zacks consensus estimates.
Cool.
Company has an average earnings surprise of 36% over the last 4 quarters now. So basically, since they've been public, they've been beating expectations pretty nicely.
All right.
Like I said before, subscriber base is really driving the operation right now. Subscribers are up 34% year over year. They've got 1.37 million subscribers. It's a really solid number. Their average amount of dollars or average subscription per subscriber is increasing to $17.75, is up from $16.50 last year. So they're spending more, is what that means. Company's got a great balance sheet. They've got $80 million in cash, and they have no debt. Gives them a lot of financial flexibility. Moving into estimates, we saw some pretty good movement in estimates off the nice quarter, too. Current year was up 11 cents to 76 cents, and then the next year estimate's fairly bullish right now. Analysts are looking for 37% growth. Getting into the valuation picture a little bit, we've seen some nice gains recently, but valuation picture is still in check. Company's PEG ratio is 0.84. That's below the traditional benchmark of 1 for value. And then we've seen a lot of this strong fundamental profile show up on the chart. Shares just hit a new all-time high. They're at $34.95, and they've got some really strong support from the trend line right now.
Cool. All right, and you also wrote about Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY, ticker symbol.
Yeah.
Recently. What's going on with that company?
This was sort of a sentimental pick to tie into what we saw, the strong holiday sales over Christmas. That definitely showed up with Bed Bath & Beyond. They haven't reported their Christmas results yet, but leading into Christmas, Q3 results are really strong. But this is a name that most people are probably familiar with. Market cap of $12 billion, and they've got 1,100 stores. Third quarter results from late October saw some really nice revenue gains. Revenue was up 11% year over year. Earnings came in at 74 cents, and that was 12 cents ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate. Company's working on cutting down costs and expenses. Their sales, general, and administrative expenses declined to 27% of revenue from 29%. So they're growing the top line, and they're watching costs. Those are two great things. The company said that they're going to add about 40 stores this year, so that'll put them in just over 1,100. But they said long term, they think they can scale into about 1,300, so they do see growth in their future. Company's also been fairly aggressive with buying shares back. They bought back 5 million shares this year for $211 million. And then since 2004, they've actually bought back $2.6 billion in shares. So this is a company that's really investing in themselves right now. We've seen some pretty decent movement in estimates. The current year estimate is up 11 cents to $2.91 in just the last month. And then the next year estimate is pretty solid, too. Analysts are looking for 14% growth, which is solid. Valuation picture is still good, trading at 17 times. Industry average is only 18. And then on the chart, again, we're looking at a multi-year high right now. Shares just topped off at $50.95, and they have some really strong upward momentum.
All right. Do you own either of these two?
No, I don't.
We have more Zacks Rank Buy stock pick ideas for you to peruse on our homepage, Zacks.com. Upper right-hand corner, we put 4 new ones up there for you daily. One in each of the investing categories that we write about on Zacks.com. Mike's included the momentum category. With Mike Vodika, I'm Terry Ruffalo.